All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Let me move you guys over here for a second. You guys need to apologize. There was clearly some confusion with the stream. The clocks have changed in the US, but they haven't changed here in Europe. So I'm speaking with the guys today to see if we can move it to the same time as London Open, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to trade the London Open. So we'll see if we can get the schedule changed. If not, you know, maybe we'll still jump on an hour early tomorrow, but we'll see. But if you guys on YouTube chat did read, Bruno did also post. So the guy who said I'm always late, literally never late, it's the clock changes, as Bruno already said. So let's have a look. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Let's see. Let's have a look, you guys. Let's have a look. See what we got. Let me just bring up my trading view chart here as well. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you, Coach Hoop. That'd be amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Audio video good. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. We ended up having a pretty choppy day yesterday on gold. Personally, I actually didn't trade yesterday. I didn't take any trades. I didn't even really watch the markets, to be honest, because we were very, very, very choppy. Now, what's a good reason as to why these markets could be pretty choppy, especially gold? Well, remember, you guys, yesterday, what did we go over? We went over what news do we have for the week. Well, today's Tuesday, 17th of March. There's nothing really on the calendar today. However, if we have a look at tomorrow, there is very, 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 very big news. Very, very big news. We got FOMC statements, FOMC press conference. There is a lot of news. We also have PPI coming out on Wednesday as well. So there's big news coming in the markets on Wednesday. So is it surprising to see, you know, gold create space below daily and week lows around 5,000? Not really. So personally, I did not trade yesterday. So I haven't taken any trades yet this week. You see here, like two trades last week. Didn't trade yesterday, but we will absolutely see what we get here today. Let's have a look. Let me just bring you guys over here. Let's have a look. Let's break down gold. Yep, we'll look at crude. We'll look at NQ. We'll look at gold. We'll look at silver. We'll have a look at all these markets. See what we have here. Good morning, guys. There was a nice buy up into yesterday's high here in Asia. I don't know if anyone did take that. You guys on Zoom, did you guys take that? Buys up into previous daily highs, like 300 ticks in Asia. Wasn't a bad trade. Nice. Silver. How was silver's close yesterday? Same as gold. You know, buying up into previous daily highs was kind of nice. What did we do yesterday on silver? We tagged lows, held $80. So buying silver in Asia today up into some previous daily highs was actually a pretty nice trade. Yep, I like that, Sean. Yesterday closed bullish on the Morning Star. Yep. Previous day was nice. Hourly double top. Yeah, nice. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, all. Good morning, man. Good morning. Took half the move. Nice. Good job. Half the move is good. It depends what your reasoning was for the trade. Depends what your reasoning was. If you had nice targets, which one was it, man? This one here. I mean, if you look on the daily on gold, you know, it is very, very range bound. But, you know, coming up to grab yesterday's high is actually quite a nice trade. On silver, not gold. Silver, let's see. This here, yeah, this was nice. This is very nice. Tag lows, close bullish. You got some nice double top targets here. So that was a pretty decent Asia trade. That was a pretty nice Asia trade. Why did you hesitate, man? Looks like it was pretty there. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. Nice targets, tag lows, close bullish. I like that trade actually. That was actually a nice trade, which is surprising considering these markets are pretty range bound. That's actually That's actually a nice move there. I like that trade. If you guys took that in Asia, that was a very nice move. Now, in terms of, let's have a look. What could we see for today in these markets? Could even still late evening. Yeah, it must be late for you, Code Tube. I appreciate you tuning in. It must be very late there. We trade live here. Yes, every single day, Monday to Friday, we're trading live here for the London Open. London Open is in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Let's have a look. So, yesterday, how do we close here on gold? The reason I didn't trade yesterday is because I took great trades. You guys who were here yesterday, we broke this down. We took great shorts on Friday. Why did I take nice shorts on Fridays? Well, I had nice downside targets. I also had price to come back down and retest 5,000 once we broke 5,100. So playing this range was very nice. However, when I come onto charts on Monday, you know, we're below these major liquidity lows. We're around 5,000. It kind of makes it hard for me to want to trade this day. But now that we've tagged lows, we've held support, cool. Coming into today, we may see if we can get some longs. Now, of course, we are still very range bound here on gold. You're kind of having this, you know, 1, 2, third drive into the highs, typically a bit of a reversal sign. However, we are still holding major support. Major support, I don't really want to be a seller on gold above 5,000. I think as long as we hold above 5,000 on gold, ideally I want to be buying, especially after the fact that, you know, yesterday tag lows held support. Look how choppy yesterday was, guys. Very, very, very choppy. And like we called in London, you know, there was, you know, intraday scalps within here. But for me, I was more so just wanting quality over quantity. I didn't want to give back any of Friday's profits because it was just such a nice trade that jumped out at me that I didn't want to give it back taking like a less quality trade for the sake of taking a trade. So could we see gold today print a new high on the daily and maybe come up and tag some highs here to the left around 50, 70? I mean, if this hourly closes like this in 20 minutes, this is looking to be a pretty decent breakout. You've gone from tagging highs, closing bearish, to all of a sudden potentially getting right back above with a nice bullish fake out and a nice engulfing candle of the previous hour as well. So potential bullish engulfing coming up here in gold for London Open. Wasn't surprised to see it chop. Yeah, exactly, not at all. Yeah, and that's the thing. We said in the London session why it would be very likely that gold will chop today. And it pretty much chopped the whole entire day. You know, we kind of pushed down in London, kind of pushed back up, pushed back down, never really grabbed any lows. We did grab the highs, which was nice, and sold off, but we didn't really grab any downside, which, to be honest, I was actually looking for maybe gold to come down and liquidate some lows before going higher. However, we broke back above 5,000, held it as support, and now we're continuing to push. So at the London Open, there may be some potential gold longs. I want to see how this hourly candle is going to close. But remember, we are range bound. So if you want to trade small size, you want to trade a combine, we have major news tomorrow. I think it's a pretty smart idea. Pretty smart idea. So we'll see what Goldie gives us. We need to get a little bit more price action, then we can see what we can absolutely get for the day. No need to sleep. Nice. Can you please analyze Crude? Yep, definitely. I'm short from 97.4. I'm expecting 95 as a TP. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So you're short from 97.4, which looks pretty good. 97.4. And you're looking to trade into 95. How do we close yesterday on Crude? We closed bearish, which is nice. The only thing is, you know, we have been very bullish, so shorting is riskier. But the nice thing is, yesterday did close nice and bearish. So at least you're following Monday's close. Monday's close, which is nice. Hourly time frame here. Yeah, I mean, you're forming a bit of a hourly evening star play here, which is nice. Tagged previous hourly highs, failed to close above, so that's a pretty decent... That's a very decent hourly evening star right there. Now, 95 is quite low. Personally, I would be watching to see how you react around here. You know, as a previous resistance broke above, do you hold it support and go higher, or do you break it and squeeze lower? To me, if I was short from here, again, I can't tell you guys what to do, but for me personally, I would be managing risk. Because this is a pretty decent make or break level where we either break it, retest and go higher, or we have a little bit of a bounce and then we break the support. But that's a pretty good potential management level. Oh yeah, that won't be on. It's already so cheap. I wouldn't even wait for one. It's so cheap. So yeah, I do like that trade. I would be looking to see how you react around this V-up, react around that previous resistance as well. But yeah, nice trade. If you took it based off that hourly evening star pattern pre-London, I like that trade, man. Nice trade. Nice trade. So let's have a look. Let's have a look on silver here. So you guys remember from yesterday, we spoke about silver to come down into these. I see silver was actually much nicer than gold yesterday. Look at that. Came down, tagged these major lows that we spoke about yesterday. Instantly broke right back higher at 10 a.m. I don't really watch silver when I'm, like I say, when I'm not on with you guys, but look at that. That was a pretty decent buy. Buying back up into the range. Had a nice hourly break to downside, tag lows, instantly close back bullish. What do we know that is? That's our pretty decent hourly fake out play. When you break below and you broke straight back above from the hourly time frame, confirms the fake out, confirms the break to the downside is false. There's your long. So that was a pretty decent move on silver. Anyone take that? Anyone take that silver? That was a nice one. Let's go. Yeah, that was a nice push up yesterday. I guess you got a bit of a trend line coming down as well, so most people trying to short that. More reasons to buy back up. I don't trade silver very much. I should probably trade it a little bit more. I don't watch it too much. Got out for 188 ticks. Nice. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Look at that 30-minute morning star. 30-minute morning star. Hourly fake out below a nice liquidity. That was a really nice trade actually. That was much nicer than gold. We're gonna have to keep an eye on silver a little bit more. Now, liquidity levels for the day on silver. I would be looking for silver to come back down and retest 80. And potentially come back down into these lows around 79.6. Why? Because look at this huge liquidity grab we've just had here to previous daily highs and the highs of this intraday range. However, we haven't really done the same to the downside. So if we're going to play the range, and you guys remember we took a great range trade. Not last week because we were off the previous week. It was basically based off this. I did a whole video about how to trade these ranges based on a live trade that we took together. Let me see if I can find it. And it is based off this exact pattern that's shaping up here on silver. So potential for maybe some shorts on silver. Let's see. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Posted this video. This was of a breakdown of a trade that we took here together as well. So we'll see. You came up, tagged the highs, the potential to tag the lows. We just also hit previous hourly highs. So if silver starts to break back lower, maybe you get some shorts back down into 80. I think out of everything we've looked at so far, it's probably looking the nicest. I think it's probably looking nice. We'll look at NQ as well. Consider it head and shoulders on the hourly. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking, you're kind of looking like this, sort of something like that. Is that what you're looking at? Was that what you were looking at, man? Something like that. If so, yeah, I like that. I like that. Kind of a bit of a head and shoulders. Could be a potential 4-hour, maybe evening star. Yeah, look at that 4-hour, tag the highs, close bearish. So you got a 4-hour evening star. You have an hourly fake out and a bit of a head and shoulders with a nice trend line coming down as well. So yeah, I like that. I like that. So silver potential shorts coming in. I think that's looking the nicest out of everything that we have looked at so far. Shorts back down into 80 and potentially back down into these lows around 79. Let's see. Let's see. Let's have a look at NQ. Let me show you what time is it. We got about 12 minutes till London Open here, guys. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at NQ. How did we close yesterday at NQ? Did we find some support? Yes, we did. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Nice, nice. I mean, I wouldn't say nice bullish close yesterday, but we did close bullish yesterday. After Friday closed pretty bearish, we gapped down, closed back bullish here on NQ. We're right back into some nice support. So is there potential to come up for a bit of the bigger wick on this daily time frame? Yeah, I would say so. I would say it's unlikely that this is going to be enough of a high of day for NQ. It's possible, but to me it's unlikely. So there could be some potential support here on NQ. Look at all these wicks. Nice wicks. Big wicks, big wicks, big wicks. Nice support. Big fake out. Look at this. Huge levels. Big support. So 24,750 is big higher time frame support on NQ. So to me, that could give a potential buying opportunity up into current daily high for you guys who trade NQ. Let's have a look here. You already have a bit of an hourly morning star shaping up here. Let me see. What did we do yesterday? Look at this nice liquidity grab here before selling off. Was that yesterday or was that today? Yeah, yesterday. Came up, tagged the highs, starting to get back lower. So I would be looking for NQ to potentially come up and tag these highs before maybe going a little bit lower. I would be watching these two areas. But 24,750, big higher time frame support. NQ daily has been rough for over a month now. Yeah, it's been... NQ daily time frame has been very, 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 very range bound. Even if you look at this range, you know, from February all the way till 17th of March, huge range. But even here, you know, big range here as well. It's kind of been in this range since, you know, even back in September. Up, down, up, down. But in here, it's getting very, very, very squeezed. It looks like we kind of are trying to gear up for a potential big move. Which, to get a big move on NQ, you know, we're going to need a fundamental catalyst. And what do we have tomorrow? We have major news. So could tomorrow be the main event that starts moving these markets? I think it would make sense. It's been a very, 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 very choppy market. But with that being said, though, you know, with NQ ranging so much, stocks have been given great opportunities. There's been incredible opportunities on stocks. NQ is only down about, what we're down from the highs, like maybe 5, maybe 7. I think ES, how much was ES down from the highs? Where's the highs? Here. ES down 5% from the highs, NQ down 7% from the highs, and you have some stocks like Microsoft down massive. Interesting thing here about NQ and ES is we are coming to some major make or break levels. Where does this line around? You got 6,700 and then you have 6,600 here as well. Let's put on all of our levels. I don't look at ES too often, but let's just let's put this on here. Let me just get silver up on our. Let's go 6,700. There we go. Let me just get. I'm gonna get silver up on my other chart here today. I want to keep an eye on silver. And there's been some really good silver opportunities recently that I haven't really capitalized on that much. But I would like to watch this for potential shorts. But yeah, same as ES. I like ES to maybe come back up and retest 6,800. He's coming to the silver dark side. I know there's been very, very, very nice opportunities on silver recently. It just moves very, very, very big. But I haven't traded silver in quite some time. When was the last time I traded silver? I don't trade silver very often. Here's a trade of silver. When was this? 9th of March. 9th of March? Wait, no. I didn't trade 9th of March. Oh, wait, did I trade 9th of March? I guess I did. Am I reading that right? Yeah, I guess so. I thought this was a silver trade. Oh, there you go. That Monday trade was a silver trade. That was a gold trade. Trade 1 mini. 1 mini on silver is crazy. The last time I haven't really traded silver on my personal much either. Last time I traded silver on my personal was when we had that huge daily breakout. You guys remember that trade? That was a great trade. This move here. That's the last time I traded, which kind of looks like we're gearing up for something similar again. You know, silver had that great daily trend line coming down, buying up into that trend line. Kind of looks pretty similar. It's like we're trying to gear up for a big move. It's not a bad level to look at. But yeah, I do want to watch silver more. Yeah, it's the only thing with silver. Is like it does move just so much bigger. So I think you have to be opening to manage risk a lot more aggressively, which I don't really like. You know, a lot of my gold trades I like just to execute and just let it play out. But with silver, I feel like I have to manage more aggressively. But yeah, 1 micro on silver is more than enough. More than enough. Bigger risk we find, yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that's good, Sean. That's good. Did you take this? Did you take this buy today, Sean? Did you take this buy on silver? Did you take this long? It's a nice Asia long. This is silver's trying to. If silver breaks back down, here, guys, they're like I say, there's potential for shorts. I will trade it, you know, 1 micro because it is very, very small. Yeah, nice. I got you, man. Willing to short silver after a fake out. Yeah, this looks pretty good. There's nice downside targets. I mean, the only thing with selling silver is, you know, we are at huge support. Same thing. We are at huge daily support. So it's risky, but yeah, it could be worth a shot. Could be worth a shot. We're also above previous hourly highs, which is nice. Look at that. Just came up, tagged hourly highs. Not much of an hourly bottom wick. Wouldn't mind getting short soon, potentially. See, if it was gold right now, I would just get short, risk off here, and just kind of let it play out. But that risk on silver is too big. Too big. 30-minute evening start on gold. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, potentially. Potentially. The only thing with gold is the downside targets are much messier. Like gold to me to the left is just so much noise. I think silver's a little bit nicer. Like you do have like some major, like look at all this support. But yeah, I mean you do have a bit of a 30-minute evening star above previous hourly highs. It also kind of makes sense. I do think silver is looking nicer. Because silver to me the next support is like back down here. So this range is, it's not the cleanest, but it's nicer. It's nicer than this range. See Goldie kind of right at the support. Silver has a little bit of room to squeeze the lower first. So I do think silver is shaping up nicer. We got London Open coming in 5 minutes here as well, guys. Do you trade stocks with leverage? No, I don't, man. I don't use any leverage on stocks, no. I use 0 leverage on stocks. I would like to learn about options more this year. But in terms of how do I trade stocks right now, it's more so just investing in stocks. I would like to learn more about options just to be able to hedge times like this in the markets right now. When stocks are dropping a lot, you know, hedge some shorts on the Qs, for example. But no, right now it's just spot buying stocks, man. Spot buying stocks. So that when I bought my my Netflix trade, if you guys saw that, I did post a video of that. That's just spot buying. I think I put like like 60,000 shares worth of Netflix, something like that. That's just more so, yeah, investing. I broke it down in this video. Somewhere in here, I broke it down. If you guys haven't seen this video, I go through all my Topstep payouts and personal accounts of the month. Ren is very nice stock to buy. Oh, nice. I'll have a look, man. Appreciate it. I'll have a look. Absolutely. Let's see here, guys. We got London Open coming in 3 minutes here. It's a nice rejection of the previous highs. But remember, on gold, anything can happen in the last 3 minutes. So let's just see how it's going to close. This hourly here on gold is still going to close pretty bullish. So I want to see if we're going to wick and hold these highs or we're going to close above. 3 minutes, anything can happen. Last couple of minutes on gold, that's where it can get highly manipulated, gold and silver. Nice thing about trading gold here in gold and silver here in London today is we haven't had like a huge move in Asia. Usually when Asia has a huge move, gold can be much more range bound in London. But there hasn't been any sort of crazy move. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's just watch this, wait for this London Open and see what we can get for the next hour. But I would like us to come down and test these lows here. Test these lows on silver around 80.5 and then potentially come back down to 80 as well, depending on the volume. I will trade silver at small size though. I will trade silver at small size. Let's have a look. 5 minute trying to get back lower. 30-minute close. Nice downside targets here on silver. Look at all these lows to get grabbed. Goldie still closing pretty bullish. Gold looks to me like if we're going to sell off, we'll probably re-grab the highs one more time. So gold may wick the highs one more time. See, like here we don't really have enough liquidity. You come up, you tag the highs one more time, you break back below, then you sell off. So you let that candle close in your favor and then you short. Like this. So you may get something similar. You may come up, re-grab the highs, break back below, cool. Then we get our shorts. How many Muay Thai sessions have you been doing a week, Sean? I've seen you be on the Muay Thai grind. This is looking nice here on silver. Looking nice. London Open coming up here, guys. Let's see. Is NQ squeezing higher? NQ holding VWAP, potentially squeezing lower. I do like NQ longs. One at the moment as I'm doing a Hyrox race this weekend. Nice. Back to 2 a week after that. Nice, nice, nice. What everyone talks about is high. What actually is a Hyrox? Is it like a mix of like running and weights or something? I see people doing it. I actually don't know what it is. Is it like circuits or something? If you guys are trading NQ as well, one thing to watch on NQ, I think if you break this support here, like if this breaks back below here, I would be looking for NQ to come down and squeeze these lows around 24,700. If you break this support, you could do something like this. Maybe come down, tag these lows, and then you come up for a new high on the daily. Do some new craze, yeah. Circuits with a 1k run in between each. 8k run overall. Damn. That's crazy. That's not good for hypertrophy, man. Nice. All right, we've got London Open here, guys. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See what we got. So, gold still closing bullish. It's not enough of a closure for me to want to short gold. I do think silver. Let's see, how did silver close? So, hourly time frame here on silver. Wick the highs, held resistance, instant bottom wick. So, if silver can squeeze up a little bit, I may see if there's a short. You've kind of just come up, you've tagged the highs of the range, you know, kind of something like we're doing here. See, this is like a bigger picture of what's happening right here. We have our range, we grab the highs, we sell off. If you look very similar here, we have our range, we've grabbed the highs, let's see if we're going to sell off. Maybe we get short around this VWAP level. Jazz said it's okay. So this is kind of like a, you know, a 5-minute example of an overall picture that's happening here. Here's our range. You know, what do people love to do at these ranges? Short the highs, risk off the highest point of the range. What does price do? Loves to come up, tag the highs, sell off. What have we just done here on silver on the 5-minute? Here's our range, here's our resistance. People short, risk off the highs of the range. We've come up, we've tagged the highs of the range. Now let's see if we can get that sell off. Now if I'm going to get short here on silver, I would like to just see a little bit of a liquidity wick above some highs. Maybe short around this VWAP level or a potential sell stop on a break of a low. Gold, if we're going to get short on gold, I would say let's see if we short gold above previous hourly highs. I think you'll probably squeeze that one more time. Whereas I would actually like to see silver hold this previous high. Silver to hold the previous highs, gold to liquidate previous highs. Let's see. Let's see, let's see. Tag the highs, sell off. Let's see if we're going to do something similar here for gold. If gold does do this, let's say if gold comes up, tags the highs, breaks back below, then fantastic. Then we can potentially short. But look here how gold intraday in the past, like, you know, price action here, we are still, is our resistance, broke above, support, squeezing higher. So let's keep an eye on both these markets. I've got silver on the other chart here. Both are looking interesting for, you know, just a small scalp. I'm not looking for a huge trade today. I'm not looking for a huge trade, just a quick scalp. The reason I'm not looking for any big trades today, because I don't think it's going to be a breakout day today. Why do I not think it's going to be a breakout day? Well, let's have a look. What do we have on the calendar tomorrow? A lot of news. A lot of news. So it's very important to understand if you're in a range-bound market or you're in a trending market. If you're in a range-bound market, then don't try and hold trending trades. I see people doing that a lot. You know you're in a range, but you try hold for some huge breakout. If you know you're in a range, trade the range. You know, it doesn't make sense to try and hold for a massive breakout trade when you're ranging. Just play the range. If you break out the range, fantastic. Then you take a trending trade. But you have to know before you come onto the session, before you even start taking a trade, are we in a range-bound market or are we in a trending market? Well, for me right now, gold and silver, we're in a range-bound market. So would I try and hold for a big trade today, quote-unquote big trade? No. Why? Because we're ranging. And there's major news tomorrow. If I take, you know, like 100, 200 ticks today and don't secure that, I try hold for 500 ticks because last week I had a 500 tick trade. Well, that's not how the markets work. The markets don't care about what you might have had last week. That's why every single trade that we take here together is completely different. Great piece of advice, yeah. It's very important, man. It sounds obvious, but it's very hard to sometimes get so zoomed into, you know, thinking we're going to get big trending trades because we want to catch that big move. But we're not here to catch big moves. We're here to catch consistent moves. You know, if you're like this, if you took this range, you took this breakout here on gold yesterday, you play it up into the highs. You're not trying to catch a huge move up into a big level. You're playing the range. Playing the range. Let's see here. We're tagging some highs here on silver. We are trying to hold some resistance. I wonder if we're going to break back lower from here or not. Goldie's trying to squeeze up a little bit more. Is that going to be the break back low there on silver? Let's see. 30-minute trend. Yeah, 30-minute trying to come down here. May get short here on silver. They open in the next 5. Let's see. See how this 5-minute closes. First 5-minute London Open. Silver's shaping up. We just came up. Tagged some previous 5-minute highs. Starting to get back below. We also have that hourly time frame, which is the main reason for the trade. Tagging previous hourly highs after having a big fake out with some nice downside targets. I don't want to put too much focus on the 5, but with silver I do have to refine a little bit more. Let's see how this 5 minutes going to open. Let's see. Let's see. NQ kind of ranging. Yes, a little bit of a range. I do think silver's looking the nicest. We want to see a little bit of a quick top wick here. You may just currency chart's already coming a little bit lower here. You may just squeeze the lows here. I was wondering if we're going to get a quick top wick to put in a sell stop. That's what we really want to see here. Trying to see if I can get a sell stop here. There's not a lot of volume here. Look at this. Closed very doji, very doji. There's not a lot of volume here. Re-breaking the lows. Let's see. Goldie still squeezing higher. Silver squeezing off a little bit. Gold trying to get to these hourly highs. If silver does just push, then I'll wait to short gold. I don't really want to sell silver from here. Anyway, you'd short silver is if you're, you know, maybe just shorting the 30-minute flip and leaving it for 30 minutes like this. What would you be looking at on silver? Something like that. Yeah, it's looking good, yeah. On the 30 minutes looking perfect. Should short the flip and just leave it. How are you changing from gold to silver so fast? Good question, man. If I have my chart split like this into 2, then I have gold here and I have silver here. Oh, there you go. Silver selling off there. Silver should short the 30 flip. Typical 5-minute. And if you hold down Alt and press on the chart, if I click Tab, I can just switch between my 2 screens here. So if I had 3 charts up, for example, you know, I can flick between the 3 charts just by clicking Tab. Just makes it easier to have, you know, if you want to have 2 charts up, you want to look at both, you can just like that. Silver wick support. Yeah, I mean, silver short, just short the 30 flip. It's not a trade I want to take live here because I don't want to watch it, but that's that 30-minute flip on silver. Just trying to see if you can target the lows of the range. Yeah, that's how you can. Just make sure you don't have it linked here as well. There may be a link switch on. If you can't switch your charts, that'll be why. So let's see here. Silver left a bit of a double bottom, trying to come back higher now anyway. There's not a huge amount of volume in here. We're not really moving too much. If you can't see it, then it might not be linked. But if it is linked, it will show somewhere around here, man. Mine aren't linked, so I can't show it. I think you can change it in here, maybe. Somewhere in here, you can change it if you can't switch the charts. Goldie. Let's see. Trying to find some resistance, tagging some highs. If you can switch between the two, then it won't be linked. But if it is linked, it will show up here. Same as if you trade off like the order panel as well. You know, you'll see it linked. See how mine is there at 0. If I have that to whatever color, it will be like if I have this link white and this white, it will be the same. But I just keep it all off. Yeah, nice. Good man. Gold trying to get back below here. Let me see here. Goldie. Do we short Goldie instead? The gold's not looking too bad. I do want to short silver though. I'm obviously I know I very rarely trade silver, so I'm much more confident just to trade gold. We'll see if gold does give us something. Let me see. Finding some resistance. You've got some nice lows down below. See how this 5 opens on gold. Maybe there's potential short. Silver squeezing off, selling off now. That silver short 30 flip was nice. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see if I can short Goldie here. Gold's looking a bit nicer now. Let me see, risking about 100. Trying to see if we can squeeze this down. Silver had a nice. Silver had a nice 5-minute break to the downside there. Look at that. Silver did a nice breakout. Again, short and silver should just take it off the 30-minute flip and not even watch that 5-minute. Be good to my gold chart here. See if Goldie can do the same. Don't want to risk too much more than this high here. Kind of want to see this drive lower. Silver selling off a nice level. Yeah, silver was nice. Silver was nice. If gold squeezes out here, I will just take a quick minus $100 and wait. I was hoping to see this 5-minute just quickly top wick and sell off, but we're straight back higher. So gold squeezing higher, so you got silver going lower. Silver having a great sell. Look at that silver, beautiful. See if Goldie can follow suit. I don't think so though. Not the way this 5 minutes for me here. I don't want to see this. Targets on gold will be much lower, like back down into these pre-London lows here for a new low, and potentially even lower. I want to see some volume come in gold and break this VWAP support pretty quick in order for me to want to hold this trade. I want to see it test this support and break it nicely. Did anyone short silver? Look at that. Silver right back down. Look at that. Silver with the play. Anyone short silver there? That was really, really, really nice. Now take that short 30-minute flip. 30-minute flip right into the lows. Yeah, caught it. Nice, nice, nice. Short silver in the practice count. Nice, good man. Practice count's still good. Great call on silver, which made $500. Nice, man. Nice. Good job. Yeah, silver, again, like I said, I don't trade silver much, so I'm not as confident as gold. But yeah, that silver just taking that 30-minute flip, tagging highs, closing bearish. Same as the hourly wicking out highs. Yeah, that was very, very nice. Very nice. Good job if you guys shorted that. I'm sticking with my Goldie. Sticking with Goldie. Definitely had the nicer moves than gold lately. Yeah, it's been moving much nicer. Like I said, I need to put more time and focus onto silver. But yeah, it has been moving much nicer. Got it, made a quick $300. Nice, nice, nice. Good man. Good man. See if Goldie's going to break out here. I would like to add to this trade, but I need to see some volume. Silver's moving nicer. Gold is Gold's still asleep here. You and Gold have a good thing going. No, yeah, me and Gold have a good relationship, so I want to be nice to Gold. Even that silver short right there, you know, just down into them lows is probably a good quick, you know, $500 to $700+ right there on silver. It's a nice nice squeeze. We got the first 15 minutes London Open coming in here. How's the 15 looking? You know, did hit previous 15 highs, trying to get back lower. I'm not sure if gold's going to come up and grab previous hourly highs or we're going to hold it or not. You know, I can kind of see it holding the resistance here and selling off. May also grab the highs. Maybe back down into these lows here then, around like maybe 50-10-ish. All depends on the volume, to be honest, but yeah, around 50-10 looks pretty good, man. See if you can come down and create a new low here, potentially even lower. It honestly just depends on the volume. Depends on the volume. I would like to add into this gold trade though. I'd like to be in for at least like 3-4 micros. Let's see, 20 seconds. See this 5-minute close. Okay, it's kind of a bit tough because it did do exactly what we wanted. Look, came up, tagged. It didn't get exactly to VWAP, but it's basically at VWAP. Tagged previous highs, held the resistance, sold off. Super simple. If that was Goldie, I'd be shorting that all day long. 5-minute close, pretty doji there on gold, so I'm not going to add just yet. 15-minute also extremely doji. So I'm not going to add to this trade just yet. I was hoping this 5-minute would close bearish, and then I would add in. But I'm not gonna add into this trade. I'm gonna stick to the $90 risk for now. There is the possibility that gold, if we don't drive soon, you know, maybe we do something like this and then we get back below. But then I'll just get right back in for a better risk to reward. I was hoping we'd break this support already. Silver, nice support being formed. Tagging previous hourly lows as well. Look at that on silver. So, didn't quite come to the lows, but you did hit previous hourly lows. So, good place to just take the profit and run. Again, remember guys, we're playing range bound markets. So, if you took silver, hourly flip down to hourly lows. Nice trade. Nice trade. Yeah, I like that, Sean. Yep. I like that, man. I like that. I like that. It's nice, nice trend line to shorten to. Just trying to understand if we're going to come for the hourly highs or not. I think if we don't drive soon, I may just close and wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna close and wait. I'm gonna close there, minus $32. I just wanted to see volume break this support, but we're kind of holding it, so I'm gonna wait. I'll take the small loss and just wait. I wanted to see this support broken and get some good momentum, but we're not closing below, therefore I'm just going to manage pretty aggressively. My reasoning for this trade is we tagged highs, closed bearish. I wanted to see this continue selling off. But what can we see here? Neutral perspective. We're forming support. We're forming support, so let me close and wait. Close and wait here, guys. Minus $34. We got time. We got time. You're kind of also printing a little bit of a trend line as well, so you may squeeze this a little bit more. Then you may get a better entry. Silver popping back up. Let's have a look. Yep, nice. And where did we just bounce from on silver? where did we just bounce from? Where did we sell off from? We sold off from previous hourly highs. Where did we just bounce from? Previous hourly lows. So like I say, guys, you're playing the range. Play the range. That's a decent bounce as well. That's a nice bounce. So, these ranges are big on silver as well. You don't need to catch huge moves here. You just scalp this range down here into previous hourly lows. That's a nice trade. So, although we have these levels, you know, drawn on the 5 minute, we're not trading the 5 minute here. It's based off the hourly time frame. Decent squeeze higher on silver. Goldie kind of just ranging a little bit. Silver squeezing back high. Yeah, nice squeeze on silver. Let's have a quick look at NQ. What's NQ up to? Are we doing too much? Yeah, it's kind of a bit slow. I do like the reason I like these shorts on gold. Again, it's not the cleanest market because we are range bound, but the reason I like the shorts on gold is because if we just look at this range here, you know, we played this setup the last time we were on stream very well. Is with these ranges on gold. You know, whenever you see something like this, if you ever have a range like this on gold, the way gold loves to, you know, before having the real move is, if you're ever like this, loves to come up, tag the highs, it's very rare that will be the breakout. Whoa, what just happened there? That was weird. It's very rare that will be the breakout. Usually, if you're going to have a true breakout on gold, and, you know, let's say you're right in the middle, the best way to play range is this. If you come up, tag the highs, then great, I'm going to short down to lows. Or vice versa. If you come down, tag the lows, then I'm going to come up and tag the highs. And that's where most people kind of get trapped on the wrong side of. They see this breakout and they go, oh, fantastic, this is going to be the next big move up. But before you know it, it's liquidity grab, we come right back down for the lows. So that's the reason I am looking for these shorts, is because here's our range. We've come up, we've tagged the highs range, and now I'm trying to see if you can just manipulate a little bit lower. You also have a bit of a trend line coming up like this as well. So what do we know with our trend lines is most people trying to buy these trend lines, we're trying to short down into the trend line. That's what Goldie loves to do in all these ranges. So if we're going to get a sell-off here on gold, you know, maybe, like I said, it could be above previous hourly highs. So there's a good quick exit there. The reason I exit the trade is because we failed to close below support, stayed neutral, managed to trade. Silver also kind of bouncing high. Silver was definitely the nicer short. Look at that. Good quick close there, guys. Where did it get short from? Short from somewhere around 25.1. 25.1. Exit at 26.7. 26.7. So very good quick cut there. 26.7. So look at that. Very good quick close. Minus $30 would be now stopping me out for over 100. So the reason I managed is because I wanted to see it drive and break the support with volume. Well, we failed to do that. We held support, and now we're breaking high. So if I kept that short open, I would now be kicking myself. So gold, you got gold squeezing higher. Silver also coming back higher. Look at that, silver having that. Look at that. It's a nice downside liquidity grab. It's kind of what I want to see on gold. I want to see a nice liquidity grab before potentially coming higher. But we are now right back above previous hourly highs. So again, if we find resistance from here, it's a level where I want to be a seller, not a buyer. So let's see if there's any potential reversal signs from here on gold. break even on silver. Yeah, it depends on how much the range was. I don't know what it, like if you short that, what would it have been? At 1 micro. Oh, see, look at this. Gold has now just tagged previous hourly highs and instantly getting a squeeze back lower. So if we get a decent bearish breakout here on gold, I'm going to see if we can get short. Do you watch the DXY before taking trades? No, I never check the DXY, man. Never check the US dollar, no. I used to watch it a lot for swing trading, but for day trading, no, I never watch it. Ever. It doesn't help me for trading gold. Like I say, I used to watch both, and no, it honestly doesn't help me at all. I've seen it plenty of times where US dollar could be going up, gold also still goes up. Gotta find the best way to trade gold is just to look at just the gold chart. It doesn't help me. It sounds all well and good on paper, you know, DXY goes up, gold goes down, but no, it doesn't help me. I mean, it's more unnecessary things to think about, which is just completely unnecessary for day trading. Maybe it can help you with, you know, swing trading, but for day trading, no, it's not something I ever look at. This is a nice bounce off these hourly highs here. Yeah, that's true, Sean. Yeah, good thing about DXY going up is the payouts are in USD. Yeah, that's very good because it was down. US dollar was down a lot. It was down a lot. What were we down to? We were down to, you know, down to like lows of 96, which you haven't been to 96 since like back in, you know, 22 to back in 2020, 2019, 2018. So yeah, seeing a bounce from that is very nice because now the yeah, the payouts are better. I think the Australian dollar to US dollar recently was so poor, but now we're back up. Let's have a look here. Let me see if there's a potential. I might give this. Oh my guys, I'm gonna give this trade a second chance. I'm willing to give this trade a second chance. You're above previous hourly highs, and now you're starting to get back lower. So if we sell off like this, I may get back short here on gold. Let's see. If I'm about to close. Did we sell? Yeah, I'm gonna get short here on Goldie again. I'm gonna give this one more chance. We just tagged previous hourly highs and just had a nice bearish breakout. So we're trying to see if we can give this one more chance here on Goldie. But again, you know, we just had this nice 5-minute candle, tag highs. Oh, not quite like that. Just had this 5-minute come up, tag previous hourly highs, and sell off. So again, in order for this trade to be valid, I want to see this current candle break this support and drive with good volume. Break the support and drive with good volume. You start to close back above, then we could just range and I'll just manage and, you know, take the minus $160 loss. I want to see the support squeeze and break, because look at this hourly time frame. Above previous hourly highs, so I don't want to see a new high created on this hourly. I want to see this come down and see if we can tag these hourly lows to potentially even lower. We just need to see that volume. 30-minute close in 5 minutes. Yep, 30-minute close in 5 minutes will be key as well. As long as we hold above these previous 30-minute highs, yeah, I quite like this. I like this. You know, even just to come down for a bit of a, you know, bit of a liquidity wick before potentially going higher. What is the PDLL at the top of your screen? That's my personal daily loss limit. That's all I'm willing to lose today, is $800. If it hits that, that's me locked out for the day. Come back tomorrow. That's what's built into the Topstep X platform here. Which you can change in your settings here. So you can put in your own personal daily loss limit. So it hits that dollar amount, you're done for the day. Which my average loss is, I mean, 162. My worst trade was 828. So to me, I wanted to make that. Let me do this over the whole time. How long have we had this account? Yeah, best trade was 1,200. Worst trade's 828. So for me, my personal daily loss limit 800 is a pretty good sweet spot. And this account's up $11,000. These are payouts here. Decent payout, and now we're back in green. So yeah, my For me, my sweet spot on these accounts, personal day loss limit, $800. More than enough for me. More than enough. But you can see here, average winning trade 300, average losing trade 184. Look at that, average loss duration 30 minutes because I wait for 30-minute candle closures. Average win duration 38 minutes, which is good. I'm trying to hold these a little bit longer, to be honest, but I'm happy with that. Let's see, Goldie, what are we up to? See if we're gonna get this volume. See if we can break this support. Yeah, break below view up. That's all I want to see here in gold. Once we break that view up, I think we could squeeze lower. I think a lot of people will be trying to buy this up on gold. I'm trying to short down into that. If we break this VWAP, we have this 30-minute closure in 2 minutes. I will also enter in. Scale in. Come on, Goldie. Papa needs a second-hand Lambo. A gold-plated Lambo as well. Not just any Lambo, a gold Lambo. With a gold number plate as well, man. Potential to manage around these lows here as well. I think anyone buying here on gold is probably, you know, trying to do something like this. So I'm trying to see if we can short down into where most people are trying to buy this. Oh, not quite straight. There we go. Silver, let's see. Silver came down, came back up. Silver still looks a little bit choppy. Not platinum. Let's have a look at NQ. NQ again trying to also break back lower. You may see NQ come down and tag these lows around 24,700. Account size here, this is a 100k Topstep account. This is a 100k XFA. Is it better to add more contracts when the trade is going to the direction you want, or add them when they go towards your hard stop? Definitely going towards your... Going towards your direction, man. Why would you add if it's going against you? The trade's going against you, then it's probably wrong. Why would you add against it? You add into a trade that's going in your favor. You add into winning trades and scale out of losing trades. Complete opposite, man. Definitely don't want to be adding into losing trades. You add into winning trades. Let's see here. 30-minute time frame just tagged previous 30-minute highs, held resistance, which is nice. If we get a bit of a top wick, I'm open to a little bit of drawdown here, and I will potentially re-enter. Because this current 30-minute could create a steeper wick like this, which if it does, you know, I will enter in more. It could create something like this. If it does, I'll enter more. So I'm open to a little bit of drawdown here on gold. Downside target on gold, again, it depends on the volume. I don't set hard TPs, but I am seeing if gold can potentially come back down into these pre-London lows here, around 5,010 to potentially back down into 5,000. But that depends on the volume to us, because we are very, very range bound. We're very, very, very range bound. So I want to see if we can, you know, maybe break this VWAP and see how this hourly candle, see if it can get back below this nice intraday resistance, broke above, see if it holds its support or break back below. You know, who knows? Depends on the volume. There's potential for gold to come all the way back down to 49.70. But with the amount of news we have tomorrow, I think a move like that, you know, may take until then. I think today will probably just be a bit of a range play today. But intraday target, I will be watching any of the previous hourly lows as potential liquidity points. Yeah. I think I'll blow you up. Yep. Yeah, if you want to, Kate. I mean, to me, it's a valid trade. Might not be the cleanest of opportunities, but it's, yeah, to me, it's worth a shot. Kind of entering at the nice resistance as well after a liquidity grab. So you grab the highs of the range. So we're still entering at resistance, which is nice. But if you don't like it because the range, you want to sit out, yeah, that's also fine. Don't just take it just because I'm in it. If you guys aren't a huge fan of the volume and the range, you know, that's absolutely fine. Sit it out, see how it goes. If we don't drive soon, again, I'll be open to managing. Because we've kind of been back in the same place since we jumped on. We jumped on here at 7:30. An hour later, we are right back in the same place. Right back in the same place. Let's have a look. Silver had that 30-minute close on silver. 30-minute. See, silver. This is where silver gets pretty messy. So silver shorts were nice here at 8 AM, but now that we've tagged highs bearish, tagged lows bullish, yeah, I wouldn't be watching silver too much. Silver, there was great shorts at 8 AM. If you didn't get that short, I wouldn't be trading this 8:30 candle here. Pretty rangy this week. Tomorrow we could be huge. Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And this thing, it's only Tuesday morning as well. It's only Tuesday morning. But yeah, with such big news tomorrow, ranges, like I say, aren't surprising at all. Not surprising at all. Yeah, some people add into losing trades, but to me, if you're adding into a losing trade, I mean, in a swing trading perspective, I can add into a losing trade only if it's a valid setup, but for the most part, most people add into losing trades because they want to quote-unquote get a better entry so they can get out quicker. So if you're adding into a losing trade, it's like, yeah, you're probably just FOMOing into it. Most people just, yeah, like I said, most people add into a losing trade because they want to average up their entry to hope to get out at break even. But it's like, if you're adding into a losing trade, you know, just accept you're probably wrong. You should add into your winning trades, not losing trades. Yeah, literally lose money fast. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So for me right now on gold, the way I will add into this trade is if we break this support, you know, we retest and then great, then that's when I'll add in. I'll add in when it starts to break out in my favor. Let's see, Goldie. I'm not really taking too much thought process on this 5-minute, guys. This trade for me is mainly based on this 30-minute and hourly. 30-minute tag in previous highs and holding resistance. I don't really want to do too much on this 30-minute other than kind of just let it play out a little bit. Same as this hourly. I kind of want to see how this hourly is going to close. Maybe this hourly kind of closes doji. Next hourly top wicks, and then we potentially squeeze lower. Yeah, definitely could. Yeah, it's not something I would even recommend to do, to be honest. I would just get to you getting consistent payouts, just having your entry, having your stop and let it breathe. I honestly wouldn't even really worry about it too much, to be honest, man. It's not something I would really focus on that much. I don't do it very, very often. Gold doesn't trend that big that you can always scale into loads of positions. It's usually just have your entry, have your stop, and just kind of let it be. Nice, Tom. Done for the day. Played the range down to secure a payout. Amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Incredible work, man. Incredible work. Usually when break even, you don't exit and it goes back to massive red. Yes, that also happens a lot. The markets give you an opportunity to get out of your trade, but you see a little bit of green, you go, oh, this is it. This is going to be the big breakout. Then it ends up going right back to your stop loss and you blow the account. That's a good point, Bruno. Very true. Amazing work, Tom. Amazing work, man. Like, you know, you'll get like an hourly closure against you, and then the, you know, say if the hourly's broken out, where are we? How come? Say the hourly's broken out like this, then the next hourly comes down, pulls back, and you go, oh great, this is it. This is gonna be the big reversal. All it is a bottom wick, and it just ends up going higher. When you had an opportunity to get out of your trade and admit you were wrong, and that's what I would find with a lot of my losing trades. The amount of times the markets gave me an opportunity to admit I was wrong and get out was huge. So like that small loss I took here, the market failing to break below that support is an opportunity for me to admit that the shorts aren't working right now and just wait. Which is why it's always good to look back at your losing trades and see how you could have maybe minimized the risk. If you don't look back at your trades, your winners and losing trades, you just constantly just go through day by day, then you're never going to figure out what you're doing right or wrong. That's why journaling in the earlier days is so important. So important. If you just keep taking random trades and blown accounts, winning trades, losing trades, and just going round and round in circles, but you're not actually refining on what you did right or wrong, then it's something you absolutely have to do. You absolutely have to do. Yeah, exactly. 1 times out of 100, I learnt my lesson. Yeah, exactly. That's it. You think about that one time where it did work and you did make a large amount of profit, but we're not here to do what works once. We're here to do what works consistently. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Sean. The more it bounces off this support, the more likely I think we are to break it. The more people try and buy this, the more likely I think we see gold squeeze lower. There's a very low volume here. Very low volume. All right, YouTube guys, I'm gonna let this trade play out, guys. I do have to hop off because I'm gonna jump on a one-to-one call with one of the guys, but I'm gonna let this trade play out here, guys. I'm just gonna see how it goes. I kind of want to hold this until the 30-minute closes and the hourly closes, which is coming in the next about 21 minutes. So as long as the hourly doesn't close bullish against me, I'm gonna hold this trade. But for right now, I'm going to let it do its thing. I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. Remember, drop a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're here every single day as well, guys. We'll be right back again tomorrow for the London Open. So trade safe today, guys. The markets are choppy. Don't force it. Don't go too crazy. And I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. I will update this trade on X as well. If you guys are on X, if you tag me at the Aaron Trades at Topstep TV, I will see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.